Hi guys, thank you for coming back to my channel. My name is Ebo Oguntegbe, and today I have a very good friend of mine here with me that would be discussing her experience in the MBA program as a pregnant mom. Yes, you heard that right. This video is about a year old. We shot this video right after our first year in the MBA program, but I believe that this video would still inspire someone today. Join me in this conversation with DY Oyewole. Let's jump right into it.
Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Ebon and I am a now second year MBA student, former first year MBA student. And I have someone with me here who is also a now second year MBA student, but I'll allow her to introduce herself. Over to you.
Hi guys. My name is Doing, a second year student of University of Georgia. Second year MBA student of
Right.
University of Georgia.
That's all.
Nice to be here with Hebon.
Yeah. So I just felt like I should share some of our experiences. I know you've heard a lot of people share their experience, how they got into the MBA program. But the reason why I have DY here with me today is because her case is different. Don't mind me, I'm just exaggerating it. But DY, don't worry, you understand why when we get into the program, into the session. So yeah, DY, can you give us a little background of yourself? Like, can you give us a little background of, who DY
Who I
is?
am. Okay, so like I said, my name is Doing, and prior to the MBA, I had like 9 years experience in financial services back in Nigeria. Before that, I had my master's in finance and investment. So while I was in financial services, I did things like internal strategy, operations, product marketing, and at a point, I felt like I wanted to pivot my career. I wanted to change what I was doing. It was becoming kind of monotonous, and I didn't like where the career trajectory was going. So I was like, okay, I need to do something else. I need to do something different. So that was why I came in for to do an MBA here at the University of Georgia. So that's a little bit about me.
Okay. So yeah, pivot into career. So basically that was why you came in for an MBA program.
Yes.
Right. So what was your admission process like for the MBA generally before you got into the University of Georgia? What was that process like for you?
It wasn't bad, but it was, challenging. I applied to 9 schools, and I actually 10, but 9 schools in the first round because I wanted to like just maximize my chances. So, and you know how the admissions process is now. You have so many things to do. You have to first of all prepare for your GRE. You have to write your essays for all the schools. Some
That's so
schools,
true.
yeah, some schools we have like two
MBA
to three.
admission process is
Yeah,
different.
it's actually different, and this is coming from me. I did a master's like 10 years ago, and it was just for you to just write your personal statement and just package your results and all of that. It wasn't so rigorous like the US system is actually something different
That's so
entirely.
true.
So I had to write different essays for like
Different
10
schools.
schools. Yeah, different schools. You tell them why an MBA, what career you're looking to get into, and all of that, because this is all the things that they look out for to
Right.
determine if you are like the student that they are looking for and all
Sure.
of that. But what made it easy for me was I had an MBA consultant, which
Titan
was
R
Titan R.
Consulting.
Yeah, they made it really easy for me and all of that. So it was kind of more organized because you have like a personalized template for you
Right.
as a client of Titan House.
Yeah.
So those things made me, because I was working at the same time, I was working full time and all of that. But having Titan House as my consultant made it easy for me to like be able to integrate everything together and not fall apart.
Right.
So that was how my process was like.
Yeah. So why you applied to 10 schools, and then at the end of the day, you're here at University of Georgia. So, what made you say, "Yeah, I want Terry"?
Oh, well, I just feel like it was orchestrated by God because I actually liked Atlanta, as in the fact that the school was close to Atlanta,
Right.
and another thing was it was a small town, so I like a small town kind of feeling. I'm not the kind of person that likes all
Big
these
cities.
big city traffic and all of that, because I was also coming with kids.
Yeah.
I wanted somewhere that was small, not too big, affordable as well. So those were kind of the things I was looking out for as I was picking my choice of schools.
Right.
Yeah, so those were kind of the things that were like, okay, then I just wanted it to be close to a big city, so that maybe if I wanted to, like, if I got a job and all of that, it wouldn't be something too far.
Right.
So
And yet, Athens is a good place to raise kids, actually.
yeah, it's a good place for a family. So.
Right. So, okay, now that you're in the MBA program, so now this is the special part. This is why I said US case is different. DY came into the MBA program with Bele. Yes, like she came in pregnant.
Yeah, I was 5 months pregnant
So when she got
I
into the
got into
so
the
what are your
US.
plan initially? Like,
Okay, so
what was the plan?
when I started applying for MBA, in fact, when I decided that okay, I was going to do an MBA, I think my son was just like 7 months when I started reading for my GRE and all of that, and I wasn't planning to have more after that, but things happen, and I definitely wasn't planning to come and start schooling with two kids
pregnancy
and being
one in the
yeah, so it wasn't part of my own plan, but it was part of God's plan, which is
Right.
interesting, because it's so nice that I have her now. I can't believe that it's just amazing that she's part of the family, and we just love her. We are bonding. It's amazing, but it was definitely tough when I found out, and I was like, oh my God, I just have how many how many months to go to school, and yeah, but I really did not want to defer that admission. I was like, I think I can do this as long as I have adequate support and all of that. So it's doable. It's tough, but
it's doable.
It's doable.
Okay, so just talking generally, for women, even when you are in the workplace and you're pregnant, you are seen as weak. You are seen as, oh, leave her, she's pregnant, whatever. Then people just like overlook you. And this is an educational environment where it's very possible that people look at you and like, oh, she's pregnant, what can she like bring to the table and all of that. Did you have any of that bias when you came in for your MBA program? And if you did, how did you navigate through it?
Yeah, well, I think there were some unspoken, like some unspoken things underneath that you can't really point it out that this thing is a bias and all of that, but I'm definitely sure that people do not expect me to like do most of the things that I did, especially with recruitment, with my results and all of that. Then I don't know if I ever told you, like when I was about to register for second semester, there were things like don't take so much, don't do so much, maybe you should reduce your course load and all of that. You
might not be able to handle it.
Yeah, you might not be able to handle it and all of that. But it's just well, I always prove people wrong anyway. So so there were things like that. There were all those unspoken things like, you know what, you are a mom of two with another on the way. You can't do this much.
Right.
You need to you need to calm down. People try to help you plan, but if it's something you can do, then why not?
Right.
So it was definitely there. It was there.
But did you at any point feel like you couldn't do it?
Well, to be honest, there were times I was like, am I not taking more than, am I not doing too much? Yeah, am I not doing too much? Should I pipe down and all of that? But God, when there is a will, there's always a way, and planning as well. That's one of the things that the MBA is about, time management, being able to plan your time and all of that. So there were times that I was like, oh my God, this is too much, I took too much, but you know what, we still did it. I did it. we succeeded, and
You're done with your
with
first year.
prayers, yeah, with prayers, you know,
Yeah.
knowing what you are here for. You know, I definitely can't do everything. I can't network, like I can't go out, and I can't go out for drinks every time. I can't meet up with friends every time. You know, there are so many things that I also cannot do. So you must be okay with that. You know, you must be able to deal with that FOMO, like
You
what
know,
am I missing out on and all of that. You
yeah.
must be able to deal with that as a family person, as a mom especially. So yeah, there were times that I was like, oh, this is a lot. But if you can manage your time, manage your expectations as well, and especially like have a laser focus on what you are here for, why you are
Right.
here. I think it's actually achievable. And
That was actually going to be my next question. The whole formal thing. I was going to say, did you ever feel like, or did you at any point felt like you were being left out on some things?
oh yeah, definitely, so many times. But you know,
You have to pick your struggle,
yeah, you need
basically.
to pick your struggle. You know,
Yeah.
I have kids, so I can't jump here. I can't just jump and say I'm going to Atlanta. You
Right.
know, especially if you don't have childcare.
Which is not
Childcare in
the
the
easiest in
yeah,
America.
childcare in the US is
Yeah.
expensive. It's not even so easy to come by and all of that. So because number one, this is a small town. Probably if I was in a bigger town, maybe it would be
Yeah.
easier to get childcare.
That's true.
So that's another thing. So you just have to pick your struggles. You know, you have to weigh your priorities. You understand? So there are times that there will be so many, like there will be some mixers in school,
Yeah.
and there are some I can attend if it's not too late, and
Yeah.
there are some I'm just like, you know what, I have to tuck my kids into bed
Right.
and all of that, and so it is what it is.
So, what would you term as your major source of support throughout the program? Because I mean, you've talked about how we all know the MBA is not an easy game. Everybody
Yeah.
knows. Like, if you are doing an MBA right now, you don't know what I'm talking about. It's not the easiest thing. So, what was your support system
Yeah.
basically? How did you get through all those moments of recruitment and then
Yeah.
frustration and all of that?
Yeah. Well, the first thing is it's important to have a support system, because you can't there's no superhuman anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, and nobody's an island. So the first thing is my Nigerian church, yeah. The
Yeah.
community is amazing, when you have people of like mind, that you understand each other, and then the fact that I had other Nigerians in class, there were sometimes I'll be like, okay, could you help me babysit? I need to do this, I need to do that. So
Right.
I had that support, I had that network of could you help me do this? Do you know where I can get this? Do you know? So those things kind of made it easier for me. Yeah, so I think that's it. Then the fact that my husband too would come once in a while,
Yeah.
help out, and go back maybe after some weeks and all of that. So those were the things that made my first year not too bumpy.
Bearable.
Yeah, bearable. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, that was when you were pregnant. Now, after the baby, what was it like for you? Did you bounce back immediately? Did you, I mean, because I mean, you didn't take any break from school.
Yeah,
Well,
there
maybe you
was
took a
really
few weeks
yeah. I
online,
took
but
yeah.
like there was no, you took a few weeks online, but there was no break, literally. You were doing the assignments. You
Yeah, and I was
were,
attending classes online.
exactly. So, what was that like for you? And was there a relief like, oh yeah, giving birth now? Was it easier? Was it,
I actually feel it was easier when I was pregnant,
oh
because
really?
yeah, because there was no little human
To tend to,
to care for,
right?
and that first few weeks they are really fragile. Taking them to daycare that early is kind of that attachment. You're like, oh my god, I don't want, my baby is still so small. I don't want her to go to daycare and all of that. So I had to deal with all of that, because I knew that it was either I went back to classes, or I might have to maybe stay an extra semester, which I did not want. So I actually think it was easier for me when I was pregnant.
Pregnant,
Yeah.
right?
Having the baby, you have sleepless nights, and you still have to go to school, you still
Yeah.
have to do your homework. And I'm not the kind of person that, but if you need help in our school, you can always ask for help. Okay, like
Yeah.
I can't submit my
Yeah. The
homework
faculty, they're
tonight and all of
flexible,
that
which is good.
but I didn't want to have all of those things. I'm not that kind of person. But
Right.
well, it's not a big deal, but I felt like I was still able to handle it anyway. So but if anybody needs help, the most important thing is ask for help.
Right.
Ask for help. I definitely had a lot of help from you guys, Franklin, Uzana. I had a lot of help, so
Yeah.
that helped me.
So I want to talk about something, which is like pity party.
Yeah,
So, again, I think I mentioned when you're pregnant, you are seen as weak in a way,
yeah,
and then people are like, "Oh, sorry, how are you doing it?" I don't know
yeah,
if you like. They will look at you
yeah.
like you're suffering or something. Like, sorry, pele.
Yeah, I
How do
guess
you
the
intend to?
reason is MBA is not really, before you can see someone pregnant in the MBA
True
program,
though.
it's kind of it's not
It's
so
not.
common.
Yeah, yeah. People
So
have people have children, but
yeah,
like
people have
not
kids, but nobody
call me
really.
pregnant
Yeah, and people get pregnant probably while in the
in the
program. But
yeah
for you to come in pregnant and you're like, I'm coming for an MBA, they're like, what do you think we are doing here? MBA
yeah
is actually really rigorous. So
yeah
I guess that's where this kind of, would I say, concern comes from. But I don't allow that. I'm not the kind of
yeah
person that even dwells on it.
on pity
So
party
yeah, I'm not the kind of person that dwells on it. So I just
yeah
do my thing, and I don't allow myself to feel like I'm overburdened or anything like that. I'm like, you
right.
know what, God doesn't give us more than we can bear.
That's
So,
true.
and I made a decision, a conscious decision. Even when I found out that I was pregnant, I made that conscious decision to say, okay, I'm still going ahead. I could have deferred, but I was like,
Right.
no, I want this and I want this now.
Right.
So, and I wanted to see that through. So that's it for
That
me.
makes sense. So there are people who knows, there might actually be someone watching this who is supposed to come in August for
Yeah.
and found out that she's pregnant. And it can even be a man who, I mean, your wife is pregnant and you guys are
Yeah.
moving into a new country, into a new continent entirely. So what would be your advice? And not only for people coming in pregnant, also for people that
Yeah.
have families, people that have children. You might be coming into the US or whatever country without, your husband being there 24/7. What would be your advice for anyone who is planning to, take this similar step?
Step, yeah.
Coming, for your MBA, whatever program with children, pregnant, or, whatever.
Yeah, my advice is, if it's something you really want, then don't let anything stop you.
Right.
Because staying in your comfort zone is not going to help.
Right.
Something like, I read something recently that if you want to grow, you have to be comfortable with being a little bit uncomfortable. So
Right.
you can't just be in your comfort zone. So you must really want it, and if you really want it, you will
Go for
find a
it.
way. Yeah, you will go
Right.
for it. So don't let anything stop you. Definitely, before I came as well, I was anxious and I was like, how am I going to do it? Really, I with the life I was living in Nigeria, I can't believe I'm the one like doing, everything here is to do it
Yourself.
yourself. Is do
Oh my
yourself. You
God.
have to do
You cook
everything yourself.
yourself.
You do
You do
everything
everything.
yourself. So, but at the same time, you must really want it. You must really want it. And if it's something you want with a plan, it's something
It's
that can work.
doable.
Yeah, it's doable.
That makes sense. So, I mean, again, we've had conversations about how, you intend to come out there to help people who have similar experiences.
Yeah.
So, is this something that we should look out for? Do you want to give us like a summary or an
Yeah.
overview of what you have in mind?
Yes. So yeah, women need support. Mothers need support. So we are building like a network for moms,
Right.
especially moms in business school,
or in the corporate
professional,
world.
yeah,
Right.
in the professional world, in the corporate world, you know, we are building this network of support for that is basically for moms. So yeah, so
Okay.
there's something like that in the works, and we are really working on it, and it will be out soon. Maybe you'd bring me back on your channel.
So in short, you guys, you'll be on the lookout.
So if you're a mom going to business school, or you know, you're trying to do something about your career, you're trying to like go to the next step of your
Right.
career or something like that, and you need support, we are going to have mentors. We are going to have people to advise you on, like, if you feel stuck in any area of your
Right.
career and all of that. So all of that will be available. That support network is absolutely necessary
Okay.
for a woman to be the best she can be.
The best she can be, right? So guys, you've heard, be on the lookout, especially for the target markets. Also, you can reach out. I mean, if you find this video relatable, you can reach out, send a DM. I'll also tag DY's Instagram page on this, and I think I also, you mentioned Titan, I also tag them. So if you have any questions, anything that you want to clarify, who knows, maybe I'll bring back DY. Hopefully over the summer when we don't have plenty work. But yeah, it's been a great time. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Let's know if there are other things that you would love clarification on, or if you have questions in mind, do reach out, and then we'll try to another session that answers all of
Addresses
those.
your questions. Yeah.
Yes. So
It
thank
was
you
really
guys.
nice. This was really nice.
Do you have any bye bye word? Should I say bye bye word? I beg, bye bye word.
Bye bye.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye. It was really fun.
Oh my god. So this is a mini vlog. This is a mini vlog of two MBA students that just finished their exams and they want to live their life after school. So this vlog is featuring the one and only. One and only. Oh my god. See, it's cooking noodles.
Our day is about to
This
start.
needs to look like all this overhead noodles that we
We are the ones offering you.
Oh my god. So we are supposed to start by going to Sam's Club to get some stuff, but DY said she's hungry, so she's making noodles. Yeah. After the noodles, then we'll move to Sam's Club, and then from there, the day continues. Yeah. So DY, what do we have planned for today?
Well, from here we are going to
Face the camera.
Sam's Club. And
Oh my god.
get our nails done.
Crochet.